YouTube. This is a update and fix-it video for my Star Wars transfers, Emperor Palpatine to Imperial Shuttle. First item on the list is the legs. Remember I said they didn't stay out? Well, if you grip it right there, because it comes off, grip it right there, and pull. Even then it comes off really hard. And then it's out, and then put it back in. All you have to do is... That is too hard. It's tiring hard. Too hard on that one. And then up there, I fixed the clip, or changed it, because it was having some problems. This new one, it's into the holes on the bottom of the top piece. And it's just a tight fit kind of thing. Snug fit. And then get it in there just right. Another thing that I don't like about the cockpit, yeah, you can't see it, but if you look this way, see the seat in there? Now, at the front there, right there, there's a little hole for a guy's legs to fit in there, and that's where the Emperor's legs will go. I don't have the Emperor figure, I don't know why this one didn't come with it. But, so there's a little hole in there. Now, I don't like that hole, because you can't put Darth Vader in here without having him tilted over on his side. Because he has a really big base for the cloak and everything now. So, now on to the main part of this video. You see right there, there's the clip for holding the arm on by that hole. Comes off too easily. So now, we're going to fix it. And then what you need to fix it are household scissors, an ice cream bucket, plastic, and then a razor blade. Okay, now, first of all, what you want to do is start. This bucket was being used for something, so I am going to only use part of it. So then, these buckets cut easily with scissors. You don't want the rim, so cut into the rim, and then cut downward. You don't need a lot. And then just cut it across. Try and make sure your edges are good. And then we want to cut the upper lip off. And then we got a piece about that big, but we need it to be smaller. So, because the actual size of the piece is going to be a little bit larger than what we need it to be, and we'll trim it with the razor blade, but about that big. So, let's see, just do some careful cutting. Check this. A little bit more. There we go. Close to is good enough, because we're going to trim it later. And there's our trim piece. Now, you want to take something. I'm using another different razor blade here. This works. Stick it in there. Just tilt it up and down just a little bit. Help bend the hole out. You can do it more as needed. And then you want to line one edge of the two pieces up. and wedge them into the hole. Okay, and this is kind of tricky. And like I said, if it's too hard to get them in there, and you can do some more bending work. And have to do even more bending work. Then you can use other bending tools such as the wedge, things like that. Finally, okay. Once you wedge it in there, you can, there we go, you can see that. I have it wedged in there. And then let it sit for just about a minute, close to. And then when you take it out, it should be easier to put it back in. Now, there's no guarantee that the arm will stay this way, that the peg will stay this way. It's not the bending back process like I talked about. So now, what you're going to do, next item you need is nail varnish. You're going to take the nail varnish, and then you're going to just stick the brush carefully inside the little gap in there, and then you're going to take your clips, your little teeny plastic carton pieces. Now, the thinner the carton, the better. If it's too thick, it's going to be really hard to get in there, and you're going to be stretching it out farther than needed. And then, like I said, it will bend back. So try and work quickly. A little bit tricky to get it in there. once you get it in there, push it in there good and all the way. Now's where the razor blade comes in. Then, if they're super long, like these ones are, then you can cut them a bit with the scissors. But once you get the basic cutting done, you'll go in there and just trim them. With your razor blade. Let me put a little bit more nail varnish in. There we go. Now just be careful not to cut the transformer's peg. And then make sure it's in there good. And then the nail varnish will dry, and then once you've got it trimmed enough, you just pop the arm on. Now this may be a bit hard to do, and then that's why you leave it on, because